What's up, y'all? It's your boy Benin Francis. Listen, being lean is you being the best version of yourself. I don't care what anybody has to say about that. It's true. You don't get lean by accident, okay? It's a very intentional process. It's a very thought out, prepared, organized process. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to be patient, right? You have to be somebody who's okay with delayed gratification. You're somebody who's a hard worker because it's not easy getting lean, right? Then on top of that, you're gonna be in the best shape of your life. Jawline's gonna be popping out more, fitting your clothes better, healthier, just in all facets of your life. You're gonna be a healthier, better, mentally stronger individual. Versus when you're not being lean and you're comfortable, realize how your clothes kind of tighter, all right? And it's not because of your muscles, it's because it's hugging around your stomach. You feel soft. You feel like you mentally lost your edge, right? You can barely last, you know what I mean? In relationship, I'm married, but you guys know what I'm talking about, you know, you all getting out of shape and all that, out of breath. So, guys, you gotta be lean, bro. You have to. And when I'm talking lean, I know some people are saying like 10% and all that. I ain't gonna lie, lean inflation is going up because I used to hear saying 15% is lean. Now they're like, well, under 10 is lean. It's like, listen, bro, 15 and under, in that range, like 10 to 15. Like, obviously, the closer you get to 10, the more elite your physique's gonna be. But 15% body fat is still mogging like 95% of people, 95% of men, honestly, because most guys are at like 30. So just get to like 15. I'm gonna be honest, like that is decent if you want to still live a fairly comfortable with your diet. You get what I'm saying? Like every now and then you can have a little something, but you just pretty much eat healthy, like 80-20 diet, right? When you start getting closer to that 10, you're like a 90-10, 95-5. Meaning that 95% of what you eat is lean, 5% is, you know, not. And then the closer you go down, the more and more locked in you gotta be with your diet and everything. But just honestly getting to 15% will set you apart. Just getting like 15% and under, bro, in that range will set you apart. And you'll see the mental shift you have to make in order to get there. And you're gonna like that mental shift. You're gonna like that change. You're gonna like that masculinity that comes along with that, because your mind should be changing and evolving and getting leaner as your body is. But what I wanted to tell you today, man, is that if you are not in shape, right, if you're not 15% or under, you're not being the best version of yourself. There's no other way to say that. It's not. I don't care how much finances you have. I don't care how much clout on social media you have. Everybody want a lean physique. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want Brad Pitt and Troy or something like that. If we could, like, if we could just wake up, like, dang. Because it's tough, bro. Like, you're wearing your own discipline, hard work. Like, it's attached to you. If you go buy some Gucci, buy some Louis Vuitton, somebody can take that off. Somebody can rob that from you. You get what I'm saying? You have to put that on to feel any type of way. When you walk around with a lean physique, it's like having Louis Vuitton growing out of your skin, like literally. Like, that's a crazy analogy, but that is what it's like, bro. Like, people see you and they're like, man, that person must be locked in, disciplined, etc., 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 whatever other positive attribute that they can contribute to you. That's what happens. So get to a place where you are fed up with being average, where you're fed up with just accepting the bare minimum, accepting less than what you're actually capable of, bro, and just get lean. It's like, why don't you get lean? You watch these videos, you watch other people's videos. Why are you actually not getting lean? What is going on? Why can't you do it? Are you making excuses? Now, this might sound scary, but are you afraid to get lean because you're afraid of the changes that you know are going to come with that? There's certain people you might be hanging around with no more. There's certain foods you might not eat that are comfort foods. You're gonna have to wake up at different times, go to sleep at different times. You're making an identity shift. So maybe sometimes it's more entertaining to just watch these videos and mentally just like stroke off in your head, for lack of better terms, to the thought of it versus actually doing it. And I was somebody that was kind of the same way, bro. I used to watch a lot of he would talk about getting lean and how to get in shape, and I knew all the stuff to do. But when it came down to it, I was not being consistent with it. I wasn't doing it every day. And I was thinking that, I can lock in for 3, 4, or 5 days. That means that for the weekend I can do what I want. That is not true. That just is going to destroy your progress. And that's why my physique looked the way it looked, because I wasn't being disciplined, consistent long enough to see the results. It was until I made that shift to just say, no, bro, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work this. I'm going to work past any stalling points. I'm going to work past any plateaus. I don't care if I look watery or bloated. I know I'm doing the right things. I'm going to keep going. Win, lose, draw, rain, snow, whatever was going on outside, whatever was going on in my life. I mean, I stayed committed to my diet. I stayed committed to hitting the gym. That's why I got lean. That's why I dropped body fat. I faced so much adversity at the beginning of this cut. Like, I just had so much going on. Actually, it just even in my own body, bro. It was a battle. I still made it to the gym. I still tracked my meals. I still ate my meals. I didn't quit. That's what this journey teaches you, right? That's what this teaches you. And if you don't have that, that is one way to get it. You can take control over what you actually are eating and doing every day. You can't control anything else, but this is the one thing you can control, right? It'll give you a sense of control because you can control yourself. And you'll make yourself better and those around you better. That's all I got for today, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Actually, I don't know. I don't ever say that. So like, comment, and subscribe if you want. I really don't care. I just want to get this message out there to promote and tell you guys to be the best version of yourself. Ebook is in the description. One-on-one coaching is in the description. See y'all in the next video. Let's get it.